welcome back to my channel. Now today for you I have not an I've been playing, partly because I haven't really been playing anything that I haven't talked about already, and this week you'll notice I haven't been on the channel as much. I've been trying to clear up some stuff, and outside of YouTube, like cleaning my apartment, taking care of all the stuff I didn't take care of by the end of last year, all that sort of stuff, cleaning some stuff up. So there hasn't been much going on my channel this past week. But that's only part of the reason. Another part of the reason is because I want to get some input about things, and I've been rethinking some things, trying to figure out a plan of action to actually try to get some sort of schedule in my YouTube channel, which as of yet has not worked. But I also wanted to get some input from you, my lovely audience. So here it goes. And obviously by input, I mean put your thoughts down in the comments to basically anything I've been doing, but specifically the questions I'm going to bring up, or questions or comments or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, I haven't started yet, so I don't know what I'm going to say. We'll see. I think the first thing, the main thing here is I have been playing Final Fantasy VII over the course of I don't know how many months now, probably about halfway through last year, and I'm just curious if people still want to see me continue it, because first of all, right now at this point I'm at a place where I'm not quite sure where to go. It's not as clear as the other parts have been where I'm supposed to head next. And also, it doesn't seem like a lot of you are enjoying it or watching it or want to see me play, which is fair, it's fair. It is a long game, it's a massive game, and I don't know if that many people are interested in watching me play through it for the first time. But let me know if you want me to continue with episodes for that, because I won't post another one unless people show interest in it. Secondly, So when I started out, I wanted to do this thing called RPG Thursdays, which is where I would pick a random RPG to play through, or play through a bit of, and post it on a Thursday, hence the name. But I haven't really been able to I haven't been doing that a lot, partly because, in reference to the first point, I've been playing an RPG as well as The Witcher. I was playing The Witcher at some point as a series, and so it kind of tended to be one of those two, or Final Fantasy VII once I eventually gave up on The Witcher 1. I will get to The Witcher 2 eventually. But let me know if you want. Anyway, but because I would kind of dive into a game every once in a while, and I have so many other games on the go, and now all of the games that I've kind of done as a one-off kind of thing are still on my hard drive, because I still want to go through them. That's part of the point of doing this, is because I have a massive library of games, which has gotten even bigger now that I got the Racial Justice Bundle that has like 1,600, not even exaggerating, games in it. It's gotten even more massive. So part of this is to go through those games, and that's not something I'm going to give up, because that is a main drive behind this channel for me personally. Anyway, that is kind of the point, kind of part of the reason I started. But I lost my train of thought. Right, RPGs. Anyway, the point was that I dive into a random one like Fallout 4, or sometimes Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and just play a couple of quests, and then, oh no, got some dust on my shirt. Anyway, I go through some missions in one of those, and it hasn't really worked, partly because, as I said, all those massive games, partly because I was playing through RPGs as a series, but also partly because as I jump in and out of them, and I play them for like one video every other week or every few weeks or something like that, I immediately forget what I'm doing, what the mechanics are, where I'm going, what's happening. I don't know if that's entertaining to see. I would like to still keep it consistent as a series, because I would like to have some consistent days that things are consistently released, and I want consistency of some sort, but I don't know if people want to watch those or not. So let me know your thoughts. And this is, as I said, kind of related to the first one a little bit. I could even do, I could still play Final Fantasy VII, but do it more as a recap on Thursdays than as an actual kind of episode like I have been doing. Also, the next thing is that I am trying to make an intro for my channel. I'm not very good at it. I don't have any animation skills or anything, so it's just kind of what I can cobble together in my video editing software. And I have a very, 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 very basic prototype, which I will post right now. So that's all I've got. It's a very basic prototype. It does what I want the intro to do, but it's definitely not cleaned up. So I don't know if I'll have done any work on it since I first posted this on Facebook, my Facebook page, not too long ago. And if you haven't already, please join me on Facebook and Twitter as well. Twitter is quite lonely, no one has followed me yet, so I'm just tweeting into the void, but it's fine. I do have both of those if you want to join me. They are on screen now. Please do so. That way you'll never miss anything I do. But as of recording this video, I haven't done any updates to it. So this is a very basic prototype from what I know right now. This is the basic prototype. It gives you the idea of what I want the intro to do. I want thoughts on it. I have gotten some thoughts on it on Facebook already, but I wanted to show it to my wider audience who maybe isn't on Facebook with me. Again, you can find that in the description as well as previously on this video. But if you're not there, this is what it looks like. And I have the idea. I need to kind of work around with it a bit, see what happens. I think that's about it. That's not a lot, I realize, but I think that's about it. If there's anything else you want me to know or try or do or whatever, any comments about anything I do on my channel, please put them in the comments below. I don't think there's anything else. I'm not really planning on making huge changes. I think the things that are definitely going to stay consistent are the I've been playings, except with the exception of this week, on Mondays. It's assuming I can play a new game every week as well. They're going to be consistent insofar as I can only play so much of a game over the course of a week and have a job and do other things. So, you know, they'll come out as consistently as I'm able to make them come out. I am also, so far, doing well on the Saturday live streams. If you don't know, right now on Saturdays we are playing through all 3 of the Bioshocks. We're still on Bioshock 1, so we are going to make our way through all 3 of them, and I have said this before, I have played all 3 of them before, but I just wanted to kind of get that consistency, start with a game and stick with it instead of trying to jump around every live stream, because that wasn't working, and part of the reason I didn't do it quite as consistently was because I was like, well, what game do I play this week? And I couldn't make up my mind because I'm bad at decision making. So we're sticking with Bioshock for now. And finally, of course, I'm not giving up on Roller Coaster Tycoon or on the Nancy Drew series. We are on the final scene, which I think is Nancy Drew number 4 or 5. I think it's 5. I think we're on 5 now. But I am still planning on going through all of those because I enjoy playing them. I don't know how many of you are interested in watching them, but I enjoy playing through them a heck of a lot. So I'm having fun. And Roller Coaster Tycoon is one of my favorite games, and people seem to enjoy those. So I will keep posting those. They won't be on a consistent day, probably, especially as I get to the harder scenarios in Roller Coaster Tycoon. There's no guarantee that I'm going to finish them the first time through, so I don't know how long they're going to take before I'm pretty far down the list, but I haven't played any of them before. I don't know how long they're going to take. I don't know if they're going to take me multiple tries or not. So they might not be super consistent, but they will be coming out. Yeah, anyway, if you have any thoughts about anything, or like, I don't know, but I have the video intro, but if there's an introduction that I should do to make it unique or whatever, like I was thinking of coming up with a name because Wyvern, I think it's Wyvern. I'm still not 100% sure because I've heard it both ways, but it is a type of dragon, so I was thinking like something with dragon in the name or something like that, or something fantasy related, but like everything I come up with sounds really dumb. So I just say hi everyone, which is fine with me, and I'm probably fine with you. I don't have to make it unique, but I'm just curious if you have any ideas. Right, well, I think I've said this several times, but if you have any other thoughts of my channel or what you want to see me play or do or, you know, whatever, please leave them in the comments, and I think that'll do it. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for letting me know your thoughts, because I know this is my channel and I am primarily going to do what I want to do, but I also am interested in what you think. See you next time!